we get to do something pretty awesome today. We get to hunt whitetail deer.
We don't have a windshield on the Polaris. Larry's got a piece of cardboard. Let's go.
Good morning. It is cold. We are set up in a pallet blind on a road bed. That's my stomach. We call it the drag strip. I am above the Martin Road bed, which is one of the fields we have that runs along sort of a draw creek. Ed is at the Big Oak Creek ladder. He's actually already seen a spike just after daybreak. It cooled off about 25 degrees overnight. The wind is blowing pretty hard, going to be blowing very hard by midday, bringing in this really, really cold for this week. I hunted this stand one time last year and shot the only buck that I killed last year. And as I was in here scraping out the pine straw, because we haven't been in here, I actually found my casing. So that's really cool from last year. It was in here just kind of chilling, waiting on me. So that's always cool. To find little treasures like that of moments that meant a lot to you. As I was walking in, there's a really big new scrape on the left side of this road bed. I mean, I can probably see, 125 like of the actual road bed, and then a little bit further past it, sort of in the select cut lanes. So we're hunting Texas style this morning, Sendero, except theirs are like 2 miles long and really wide, and mine's this long, but we'll take it. It's cold, it's been warm, so deer should move. Really excited about today and tomorrow. Thanks for being here. If you're new here, this is a pallet blind. Nothing fancy whatsoever. 4 pallets, one T-post. We tucked it in next to a cedar tree that's right here. Actually kind of split double cedar tree. I will get some footage of this when I get out of the blind just so you can see what it looks like, but nothing fancy. Scrape the floor out so it kind of smells like soil. Stuff limbs in and around the kind of slats to break up any movement, and we have them all over the property. I hunted this stand one time last year. This will probably be the only time I hunt this stand this year. Just sort of put them up and don't know where to go, and wind gets right for one of them, and you slip in there and you hunt an area where deer have felt safe the entire year previous. We have a high pressure hunting property, and it's our fault, but these are lower pressure areas. A lot of times you bump deer walking roads as you're driving into your stand or coming out of your stand, and why not hunt them? So that's sort of the idea behind this. You can set it up in an hour and have next to nothing invested into it. A T-post, 4 pallets, which you can find probably on the side of the road somewhere, and some screws to connect them together. We do not discriminate on the basis of antler size on this channel. We will be happy to see any bucks this morning. We would love to see a big buck, but a big buck to us is probably a small buck to somebody else, and every small buck to a certain person is a big buck to somebody else. So just bless us with something, Lord. Ed already saw a spike. We get excited about spikes on this channel. Get with the program. Spikes are real life unicorns. I feel like that needs to be on a t-shirt. I think you can see that we have, I think you'll be able to see that we have the bog with us. That is not for our rifle. That is for the phone mount. I am putting it on there, and there's plenty of places to connect the different mounts I have in the blind with me, but anywhere I connect on the pallet's gonna just shake a lot when I shoot. So that's for you guys. Hopefully having it on this bog, it's gonna happen fast this morning. If it happens, they're gonna come out in that lane, and I'm gonna hit record, safety off, bang. That'd be really exciting. Okay, 7:30. We've heard about 3-4 shots around the property. Ed had the spike hanging around for like 15 minutes. Actually, I don't know how long he hung around, but he said he was staring at the off to the left for a long time, like 15 minutes, I think is what he said. It's one of the rare spots on our property that I have cell service with AT&T, so that means I have to text. Don't tell them, but I would rather just not have cell service. Actually, they know. I'm gonna see what happens the next 25-30 minutes, and then probably rattle around 8 a.m. And I'm certain, all the bucks will just come running at the masterful symphony of buck fighting that I will create. 8:15. Planning on sitting till about 9:30. We're about to throw the Hail Mary. I'm gonna walk out there. I'm gonna pee in his scrape. I'm gonna rattle my way there and rattle my way back, kicking the branches on the side, kind of running into the trees. When we last left off, my car broke down. Larry and I were finding bucks in the city. I was attacked by whitetail does and had to shoot one to defend myself. Rain had reset the property, and we were hoping that these bucks would finally start chasing some does. We are now in pursuit of said bucks. Welcome aboard. Okay, we are walking in. Afternoon hunt. We had some guys show up at lunch, so we are unleashing the army, trying to find them, trying to find that first hot doe, trying to find a big buck. We have Jason going to the corner bottom. Ed and I swap places, so Ed is going to the drag strip. I am going to the Big Oak Creek. Larry is going to the baseball, and PT is going to the murder box. So we're going to walk through the Big Oak field back into the Big Oak Creek. Been a lot of sign, and Ed said they hadn't worked it this morning, which is pretty encouraging, and I'm hoping that maybe those bucks will get up and start to work these scrapes this afternoon. So here we go. Hopefully they move tonight. Very windy. Wanted to get in here somewhere where it was a little bit thicker, and maybe they'll move in here before dark. Alright, we are set up. The wind is absolutely ripping. Jason is the only one that is in a climber this afternoon, and I cannot wait to ask him about how it went, because even these oak trees are moving, and he said he's on a smaller pine tree, so I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up in the box. But beautiful in here. Been a few weeks since I came in here. Pretty much all the leaves have dropped. Good visibility. I can shoot over my left shoulder out of lane towards Pristine, probably 60-70 yards. I could pick a shot out. It'd be risky, but picking a shot out back up the road bed where all those scrapes are coming in. And then this bigger portion of the draw where the creek runs through, which has water in it after the rain. I can pretty much pick out a shot anywhere through here. And then way towards our property line, towards our east property line, I can shoot down the creek. So we'll see. We'll hang in here till dark. Number of good bucks in the area. 3 or 4 that we fed in that feeder in the off season, have history with. And then good bucks to the north at the Metal Gate, and kind of southeast towards the Jody. So if it's about that time. I mean, there's got to be a first hot doe that comes in. I know that's crazy for some of y'all to think about that hunt when the rut's in November where you're at, but January 11th, we're waiting on that first hot doe in South Alabama. So maybe she runs by one of us this afternoon, and we capitalize on the opportunity with what's behind her. Just looking around with the binoculars in here, and there's acorns everywhere. I know most everyone just had a huge crop of acorns, bumper crop of acorns. But to be in a draw like this where we know there's a lot of deer, the place I shot a doe at, the Southwest Line, the last doe I shot, there were white oak acorns on the ground in there when Larry and I went in there. For white oak acorns to be on the ground in the middle of January on our property with as many deer as we have is insane. I don't ever remember white oak acorns making it that long, so it's wild. It's probably a great sign for a couple years from now with the excess nutrition these does will get, and specifically the young bucks, but we'll have to wait and see on that. We got about an hour and 10 minutes left. Wind is starting to die down a little bit. I still have some gusts. Hoping they start to move here in the next 30 minutes. 30 minutes left. It is very still. There have been 3 shots in the past 15, maybe 20 minutes. Ed saw a 5-point. Could get good.
All right, your favorite dynamic duo's back at it. Larry Dog and me. PT shot a doe. It's super cold. We don't have a windshield on the Polaris. Larry's got a piece of cardboard he's gonna block the wind with. Let's go.
And I saw a spike early this morning.
PT done called us, and he shot a doe, and she ran into the thickest bottom. I'm about to have to walk in there and drag her out. Appreciate you, PT.
Ed's on his way too.
I mean, this gonna be. We got water freezing on our face from crying on the ride. Out through there, I can see blood.
Oh my goodness.
Let's go. In the ditch? Oh.
Walked out, I was like,
all right, so blood has been shed at the murder box. Might have been a little bit of guts. If you see the doe in this video, probably a little bit of jerking action, but you know, happens to the best of us. We're getting our workout in today. We know where you are. You gotta give us a second.
I missed.
You done good.
I was coming to y'all. Y'all get tired? Yeah, we're good now. We're going to the room. They're good now. They're going to the room. They got it, no problem.
Yeah, once we got it up out of the bottom, dragging it on the flat, no briars, no vines. I mean, all right, another successful retrieval. That makes 26 deer for the year. Every deer we've hit, we've recovered. 2 bucks, 24 does, 14 for our side, 10 for their side. You got anything to say back there, Ed?
What?
So, I mean, they're down bad. She stinks. We're gonna cut those off, and PT's gonna take one, and I'm gonna take one, hang it up in the field where we hunt tonight. That's the first one we shot that smells really strong, but drag it in. Boom.
What'd I do?
All right, Jason just dropped us off at the 5 chain. He is headed to the Jody. We got Kurt at the back 40. We have Larry at the football, Ed at the metal gate, and PT way over at the southwest line. We're walking into the big patch. Gonna give it one more shot. I have
very, very sad, bad news. The Avio is no mas. We picked up a sweet ride. Ed brought me over to Troy, and I got the ultimate mom van as a rental car. So we're gonna be rolling in that for a couple days before D and I head to the SOA hunt. We got one more hunt this weekend, and gonna try and make it happen. PT shot a doe this morning, and as you saw, we bagged the hocks. He has one, I have one. I tied them up on a string, and we're gonna tie it to our boot and walk in. We are strategically walking in to where we get maximum coverage and scent spread. Will it work? Who knows? It's still cold. Hopefully the deer move, and maybe a buck will come check out what's going on. So it smells very strong.
There's a lot of fresh tracks on the way, on the road, and around this field. The field looks great. And, oh no, I lost her. I lost her somewhere. I lost her somewhere. We'll call her Wanda, just so she has a name. There she is. Whew. Okay, I'm just gonna pick her up and move her somewhere over there, closer to the timber wall, kind of area where a scrape might be, and we're gonna set up. But it looks great in here. Peed in a scrape right sort of over there, so we're pulling out all the stops. I mean, we're making it happen tonight. Alright, we are set up in the blind. We have Wanda on a tree limb. I actually put Wanda where we cannot see her through the bushes. And I'm sort of mad at myself. There were about 74,623 tracks on the field. I saw a couple spikes in here about 2 or 3 weeks ago, and they came out of this corner right behind you. And there's so many deer pouring out of that corner into this field. Really, really hoping we get good movement before dark. I've worn this hat into the woods 2 times. The first time I saw an 8 or 9 point. The second time I saw 5 deer and shot a doe. So it's becoming my lucky hat. Corey Hale sent it to me. We're doing a heat check tonight, seeing if it really is the hat bringing them in. I didn't bring a shooting stick, but this blind has pretty good support bars, and the plan is going to be to take the gun, go in the elbow, and prop on that bar like so. So I get the 2 points of contact, which would be, you know, those bars right here. And then the second point would be inside that elbow to kind of steady it up. 3 points would be ideal, but we're gonna take what we can get. I feel really good about how that feels though. I was messing around with it and just making sure I was steady. So like that, I mean, I'm visualizing it like, you know, safety off, I'm up, he's out there, he's broadside. Leg closest to me takes a step forward, slow squeeze, boom, shot surprises me. He sits down with his back legs and folds up. Sun is behind the trees. Wind has picked up slightly. I think we're going to see deer. We currently have some crows out and about. But they're coming. It's cold! Okay, so we saw 2 or 3 deer. I think it was 3. Right at dark. Shooting light was 5:30, and I looked at my phone when they came out, and it was 5:32. Couple does, few does, and being the law-abiding hunters that we are, we would never shoot 2 minutes after legal shooting light. So they lived to fight another day. I did not shoot one. That was an ill-timed wink. It's more like we would never shoot 2 minutes after legal shooting light. And then, so they lived to fight another day. Light movement around the property. No shots. Half the hunting party has gone home. Ed, Kurt, and I are trying to figure out what to do for dinner. And then that's it. That's the end of the hunting weekend. I'll roll out in the man van, and the next time we talk to each other, we'll be at the SOA hunt with D and yours truly in Upper State, Southwest Bama, almost Mississippi, where Quentin Merrill roams, and we'll be getting after them. We're gonna load up and make a weekend of it. My dad and I will head down Wednesday afternoon. We get to scout Thursday morning. We get to start hunting Thursday at lunch, and then we will probably hunt through Saturday at lunch. And it's going to be a blast to hang out with D and hunt with him and try and take on the new challenge of what that property looks like. Hopefully there's some rut activity. Should be a lot lower pressure than where we are hunting here, so the deer will be acting more like deer should. And yep, it's gonna be fun. D's let his beard grow out, so his new nickname is Flat Top Santa, and y'all will get to hang out with him and me for a whole weekend, and I can't wait, and it's gonna be a blast. Thank you so much for watching. Lucky hat was a bust. Okay, I'm taking it back. Maybe it wasn't a bust. I mean, I did see more deer than everyone but Ed, so not necessarily a bust, just not quite as successful as it has been.